market research is treated now? Because you talk about, I can imagine that as you are someone working in a brand team or you are a CMO, that you want to get a grip on what is changing and what is not. And you want to also inspire your team with understanding what's going on in that context. But it is not necessarily something that you can ask your consumer, right? So how do you, besides just hiring us, but what if you want to do it yourself? How does that, what kind of tip or advice could you give to marketers to integrate a bit of your thinking into their daily business?
Yeah, I think what's really important is to zoom out, because we, again, as Kahneman mentions, we're even if you're a professional, you're a human, and you
Even
tend
as
to
a
go.
marketer, you're just a person.
Even a marketer is a human being. No, everybody is a human being, and we see brands actually behave the same way in Corona as humans do. So my advice would be to try to go in that system two thinking a little bit more, and don't follow the small examples and the short-term thinking. So when you zoom out and try to see it from a larger, a broader perspective, you start to see different things, and those things you see then are actually your drivers for innovation, your drivers for a more meaningful organization after COVID. That's where the magic actually happens. So my advice would to be to ask the why question all the time. Okay, I see a manifestation of a new product, I see a manifestation of new behavior. Why? What's the reason? Why do people do this? And if you understand the why, then you can apply your brand on that, and and start to move.
And just to elaborate on that, so you're a marketer, you start to ask yourself why, you enter your system one box, which is the wrong part of the brain, because you probably come up with answers that you think are true, but you need to go in that system two. Where do you find your system two? What are your sources? What's the, how do you zoom out?
Yeah, I think we found that in the human science, so sociology, anthropology, but it can also be in any other field actually. I think everything that explains why people behave the way they do is a relevant source for inspiration.
Yeah.
And you can pick them yourself by following certain newspapers or certain blogs or podcasts or etc. But I think the goal should be to zoom out, to have an understanding on why things are happening, because that makes it much more easy to grasp, but also more easy to activate. Because if you understand it, only then you can activate.